Hidden Object Guru here, joined by
The Gun Wrangler.
for more Sniper Elite. I want to say, 3? I put the V in there because I've been playing Sniper Elite V2 for review all week, and it's a good game, but I'm really disappointed that when they quote-unquote remastered it, they didn't... Dude, you could have just walked around him and taken the stairs. You didn't have to do that elaborate barrel roll thing. Anyway, sorry. I had never seen that animation before. What really bothers me is, like, they didn't completely redo it to bring it in line with the quality of Sniper Elite 3 and 4. They just improved the graphics and automatically unlocked all the DLC, which is good, but it's like, come on, guys. Sniper Elite 3 and 4 is such like what's the word I'm looking for? Quantum leaps forward in what this series is, that it's almost insulting to your audience to just re-release Sniper Elite 2. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, like...
I can't really hit the AA guns from here,
So I will have to sneak over that way? Okay, not a problem. I'm just tagging some guys for you. And then I will stab a guy in the neck in 1 second. Oh, have you got sound masking?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, I guess I should have
do not.
No, I don't. A guy heard me drop down. It was embarrassing, but I'm moving. I'm going to ghost away. You don't have to worry about it. I'll be fine. So, as predicted, as promised, we watched more American Gods this week. You have read the book, so you know what's coming, but I am just marveling at how strange this show is.
Isn't it fun?
It's fun and it's weird, and wow, Brian Fuller and David Slade, they just have such a good time together. Like, those two guys do such interesting work. I mean, obviously, I'm still going to pick Hannibal over this so far. There's nothing about this to date that's going to replace Hannibal in my heart, but they have so much fun together. They do such visually interesting things. They have such weird characters. It's like such a... so unusual.
You're gonna watch out behind you. There's a guy coming down.
Okay.
Yeah.
My issue is I don't remember how to switch shoulders. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember how to switch shoulders with my with the mouse and keyboard layout. So I'm having trouble with the third-person gunplay, but that's on me. But yeah, it's so much fun. We got another look at Anubis. Do you know who the actor playing Anubis is? I haven't looked him up yet, but he seems familiar to me.
I have no clue.
Yeah,
but I just dropped 2 guys.
Nice. I was like, was he on Battlestar? Was he on something? Like, there's just, I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
He's definitely from somewhere.
Okay,
Are we
good.
going to get the secondary
Secondary what?
objectives?
Oh, yeah, sure. There's a truck coming full of guys. I am tagging it. I don't know if you can shoot the gas tank, but maybe consider trying to shoot the gas tank. If you can see it at all. I can always just grenade it if you can't.
Come on.
I'm throwing the grenade.
No, I got it.
You did! Yay! Whoa! Well, that woke him up.
Yeah, that did cause them a certain amount of consternation.
Yeah, the problem is when they turned to look at the truck, they all saw me standing next to the doorway. That was quite embarrassing. But yeah, we got another look at Anubis, who I think is...
I think he might be Anasazi, but...
Oh, no. Anubis from there's Anansi, the African spider god, and then there's Anubis, who does the judging scene in the 3rd episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was fun.
Anansi's scene was so good. Him riling people up to commit mass suicide as a tribute to him. Wow. That was an amazing scene. The slave ship scene that opens the 2nd episode.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Oh, they're leaving nothing nothing in the reserve after you watch that scene. You're like, I thought the god sequence from the 1st episode with the Vikings all murdering each other was impressive. But yeah, that slave ship scene with them speaking whatever their dialect is and him just speaking English and everyone and him walking through the history of black men in America. Wow. Damn.
Fucked.
Oh god. Yeah, for the next 300 years you're fucked. Wow. Oh my god. It was like just end it now. And it's like it's a bold thing, and you do want to see the Dutch guys get killed, so there's that good side of it. But on some level, you're like, this guy just wants sacrifices to him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like,
Not
on some
in it.
level.
For the benefit of these people.
No, he really doesn't. Like, these are the selfish old gods, and I'm sure all of the gods in this show are going to be selfish, but it is bracing to see them being so open and forward about his selfishness and his
So
demanding
nakedly
sacrifice.
selfish. I think
Yeah.
that's the issue.
Yeah, he's just so, worship me with blood sacrifice, and he talks them into it, and it's beautiful. Oh,
Because, I mean, like, they don't see the upside of any of this. They're just like, oh, well, huh.
yeah. Ooh, and he waits until they're right off the coast of Virginia, and he floats aboard on a piece of wood.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
such a nice scene. Oh, no, but it's an incredible scene. Great opening to the episode. And then we get the aftermath of the lynching, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that sequence quite a bit. We've got... we're still
We
not...
have all of, let's face it, we have all of the visual flair
Oh, yeah.
of Hannibal.
Oh, yeah, no. David Slade, thumbs up. You are a beautiful stylist. Years ago, I called you one of the worst directors in the world for making the movie Hard Candy, which is just garbage from beginning to end. But, oh my god, when you are unleashed as a visual stylist, there's nobody like him working in television. You know?
Well, it's like Snyder. You just need to keep him the fuck away from the script,
That's true.
and he will do good things.
He can do amazing things, but it's like, I don't know why. I guess he didn't
If
have
you-
the budget to do
if-
interesting things early in his career. But anyway, you were saying.
I'm thinking, well, the way I view it is much like our good friend Zack Snyder,
Yeah,
who many malign,
rightfully.
rightfully, because he's done horrible things to scripts.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah, like he's not a guy who knows how to write, who knows how to tell a story. But oh my god, if you want someone to build you a visual feast, you want Zack Snyder.
exactly. Like,
You know.
look at 300.
Look at 300. Look at parts of Watchmen. It's like, I hate
I do
everything
enjoy
about
Watchmen.
Watchmen. Like, I hate that movie, but visually, I would be crazy to deny what a spectacle and what an accomplishment it is. It's, like, visually amazing, right? But, like, he's not good with characters. He's not good with story. But, visually, man. There's nobody like him out there except maybe David Slade, who does incredible stuff as well. And this show is a perfect example of it. I'm still not 100% clear, and if it's a spoiler, don't tell me. But I'm still not 100% clear what happened to the guys who came to lynch Shadow. Like, they all exploded and flew in half. And I mean, I assume that was Odin doing that? But I don't know that they clearly told me so. And if it's a spoiler, you
I
have to tell
will
me.
not tell you what
Don't say
happens
anything,
because
okay.
it's coming up.
Okay.
Because I've been watching ahead because
Alright.
I love this show.
Of course you
And
do.
you are so far afield that I cannot actually.
Okay. Well, no, I mean,
do
the
anything
thing
to
is,
cover you.
Yeah, don't. It's absolutely, because it's like, maybe we know Shadow's got powers coming, so maybe he was involved in what happened. We know that there are other gods running around. We meet the god of, oh god, how am I blanking on her name? Agent Scully turns up as, Gillian Anderson.
Yeah.
Gillian Anderson shows up as Lucy from I Love Lucy. As a... Well, it's really difficult to say what she's the god of. you know, like what they mean her to be the god of, but she
No, it's
certainly
very
does.
clear she's
well,
the
no,
god of media.
popular culture, right? Of media and media representation, I guess. But I'm just saying, in that first scene, I think that's what they're saying. But this show is so interestingly like oblique with all of its stuff. I don't want to commit to that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it does seem like, first off, oh, obviously she's the the god of how we, what do you call it, reify celebrity, right? And
No, I would say that she's the goddess of TV.
okay, okay, that
Right.
makes sense.
Think
Yeah.
about how many hours you've spent
Watching
sitting
television
in front of a TV.
and,
Yeah.
Are you praying to the television? I mean, how much time do you spend in TV versus how much time do you spend in church? How much time do you spend with these pop culture figures versus reading the Bible? Who are you thinking about? Who are you, in effect, praying to? Is presumably what they're getting at with this character. Hey, can you detonate? There's some stuff on the backs of trucks, some gas canisters. I think there might be some guys down there. Can you
Dude, when I
detonate
said
that
you're
to
clear
flash them out?
across from, you're clear across the map from me,
Okay.
and
no, but I
I'm
see you on a
talking.
tower.
Yeah,
I see you on a tower.
I can't
Oh, okay.
actually.
You can't see that. You can't get an angle on that at all. Okay. I just had to
Yeah,
ask.
I can see the AA gun, and there's a guy coming up.
Oh no, I know about the guy. Don't worry.
I got him.
Yeah, we co-op to murder that guy. Now, I just thought
Yeah.
you might have had an angle on those gas cans. If you don't worry about it. We
I
have
don't
to
see
search
any
his
gas
body.
cans.
We got more reinforcements coming. I'm going to tag them. If you can hit the gas tank on that truck, great. If you can't, don't worry about it.
Well,
They kind
it's
of know where I am.
currently through a building.
Okay. They know where I am, but I'm not too worried about it because I'm very far away, and they've got to cross a courtyard to get to me.
And now I can
You snipe the hell out of
relocate. Oh, thank God.
Nice. Even better. Do you have a relocation? Like, do they give you a relocation position to go to?
No,
Or
but
is it
they
up to you?
say, "Oh, you're free to relocate now." I'm like, "Okay, awesome."
Okay.
But
yeah, so we get a glimpse of her, the goddess of television. So that does reinforce the idea that maybe that guy from the first episode was the god of social media. I don't know for sure that that's what he was, but that's definitely what they were implying.
yeah.
And if you're telling me, yeah, she's definitely the goddess of television, then okay. I think it's clear what they're going for with the characters, and I'm loving it. You know, like, I think it's a fascinating way to take it, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Especially because we got a fun scene of him robbing a bank via cleverness.
Oh, Odin always was kind of clever.
He's one of the many trickster figures. He's a scheming guy, and I loved watching him do that. And then, of course, it ends with the appearance of Peter Stormare as Chernoborg. The first god to just be flat out, I guess, called by name in the series. And it's like, yeah, okay, well, we know who Chernoborg is. Okay.
Well, some of us do.
Some of us do, you're right. It's not like he's the most famous god, but yeah. Like, I'm aware of his mythology already, so it was great seeing... I had no idea Peter Stormare was going to be on the show. And he's one of those actors where he shows up and you're like, well, I'm happier now because he's here. Like, just him being on the show at all. No! Oh, God. Two guys jumped out of an alley and surprised me. I apologize. But anyway, so just seeing him on the show made me super happy, and... Again, it's so great what they're doing with the over the hill, past their prime, out of it gods. You know? It's like he used to be for something. He used to be for slaughter. He used to be for the artistry of bloodletting, and now everything is mechanized, and there is no art to death anymore. There is no craft to death. There is no prayer. There is no worship in death. Oh, what a creepy message, but how great does he play it, huh?
Yeah, because it's very simple.
Yeah. Like, it's this very clear message, and it's like, I know what they give him a speech, and yeah, the speech is on the nose, but you have to be sometimes, because you're still establishing the world of the show. You know, it's like all of this stuff. And the genius thing about that speech is it gets into the whole world of how every little thing, like every repetitive activity, can be turned into a form of prayer. As you say, from watching the television every day to slaughtering animals.
Yeah.
It can be thought of as a kind of prayer to something outside yourself, and who is collecting that energy. Like, no, you're right. It's fascinating. Like, right from jump, this was interesting, but it's only getting better as it goes. And then we got the third episode where we open with Anubis, who's amazing. Right? We open with Anubis, who has a great scene. We actually see the heart ripping out of the chest and weighing against a feather. Which is something, I read about when I was 5 and always had trouble imagining exactly what that would look like. And it's like, yeah, okay.
Here we are.
Here we are.
I don't want to, kick it with my dad. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just, you pick. I don't want to be in the afterlife that my dad is in. Yay! Oh, God, that was so cool. And then, of course, we get a brief cameo by Scott Thompson. Super brief cameo by Scott Thompson, which made me super sad.
Very brief.
Oh, he's literally in the show for what, 1 minute before he gets brutally murdered. Like, oh, I'm so sad. You were so good on Hannibal. You're always so much fun. But yeah, I guess he was just there for a cute little check-in because they still love him. But we're probably not seeing him again. I mean, we saw Shadow Moon's wife again, so anything's up for grabs. But I guess we're not seeing him again. He gave him the wrong gold coin. I mean, we knew that's the thing. We knew the gold coin was magical because at the end of the first episode, it's clearly going to resurrect that woman. But after that, you're like, I assume just he had a ton of magical. Whoa! I was sneaking around to stab that guy in the brain, and then he just flopped over backwards and exploded. That was dramatic. But anyway, all right. So I liked that it's like no, it actually was a significant thing, which raises the question: did he actually accidentally? And this is the world of the show that I don't know enough about yet. Did he actually accidentally give it to him, or is there more stuff going on? Like, did Odin want it to play out this way, right? Is there more to it than just this drunken, what do you call it? This drunken leprechaun, Irish luck god, make a mistake, or is this part of a plan? Like, and don't tell me, I don't want to know. But it's like the world of the show. These
were all kind of rhetorical questions.
No, exactly. I just don't want you jumping in and revealing. So, I'm going to ask the question I'm going to be asking a lot. As a fan of this book, as a lover of this book, how is it playing for you so far?
I'm loving every second of it.
Okay. Really? Like, is it... Okay, and here's my big question.
It doesn't need to be exact to the book.
Are there any big adaptation changes so far?
Oh, there's tons. It's more a matter of, is it staying true to more the spirit of the book and the characters of the book. The characters are intact.
Right.
And I think that's what matters.
Even if the specific events are changing, you feel like they've gotten the characters right.
Exactly.
Which brings me to my next question. How are you feeling about the casting? Like, are these the is there anybody who you would have pictured differently? Do you think this is good casting? Like, what are your feelings on how they've cast the show?
I think they've cast it rather well.
Okay.
But I'm like, sitting there, I'm like, okay, who'd you pick to play low-key?
Yeah. That's tough. I mean, well, we have one in the Marvel Universe who's fantastic, but...
Not greasy enough.
Not greasy enough. Okay. Oh, nice.
Right.
Yeah. No, and that's a strong point. Like, he's just not, what do you call it? Oh, wait. Oh, there's two guys up here. I thought there was just one. Not greasy enough, not sleazy enough, is what you're saying. Yeah, and like, I agree that a lot of this stuff is really hard to cast, and that's why, as someone who loves this book, I need your thoughts on how the casting is going. Like it all feels right to you, like they're doing it well.
They're doing it exceptionally well.
I mean, obviously for me, 100%, 100% Al Swearingen for Odin forever. Like,
He does make an exceptional Odin.
oh my god, it's just such a beast. I love him so much. I mean, he's one of my favorite actors anyway, but Wee Doggy is his Odin amazing. Such a jerk. So,
Well, we have to
8 steps ahead.
reassess the fact that, given that these were Norse gods,
Yeah.
being jerks is kind of within their
Oh,
wheelhouse.
it's their raison d'etre. Absolutely. Like, we're not expecting kindness from the Norse gods. Although, it makes... I mean, how nice he's treating Shadow Moon does make me wonder, what the hell is Shadow Moon representative of? What the hell is his backstory that everyone wants him on their side? Like, and I've got no clue. Like, I don't know where they're going with this, but I can't wait to find out. Like, I'm not even going to theorize yet. That's how much I'm up in the dark about why everyone needs him. And you can tell me if I've missed a big clue. But I don't know that I have yet. All right.
No, you have not missed any big clues. It's
Okay.
more... Oh, no. There's a bunch of little things.
Yeah. That
Like-
there's stuff that's later in the season I'm going to understand what that meant.
Yeah.
But you don't think there's anything I can guess right now.
Well,
Okay.
unless you can figure out where Loki comes in.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. Oof. All right. I'm
You
keeping my
got
mouth
4
shut.
guys that are like hidden behind
see 'em.
buildings that I can't
I
hit.
know. They're all guarding the what do you call it? They're all guarding the gun. It's very frustrating. Oh wow, was that you?
That was me.
Bouncing a shot? Nice.
If I can... I still can't relocate any closer.
Well, I'm gonna run away from them, and there's a slight chance they might want to follow me down. And if they do, hopefully they will come out into the field of fire for you. And if not, I'll just go over and destroy those artillery
I
towers.
got the commander.
Nice. Bravo. So yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes, and here's my big one big thing. So there's a scene with a djinn, and the end of and here's the thing, it's entirely possible that I'm interpreting it wrong, but it looks like the djinn swaps bodies.
That's exactly what happened.
That is what... Okay, good. I want to make sure I wasn't interpreting that wrong.
The guy
Yeah.
essentially is freed by this djinn.
Yes, because that's what he wanted.
This is-
He's freed from
the
his
djinn gives
miserable
him exactly
life.
what he wanted for
Yeah.
and wished for,
Yeah,
whether it was a homosexual encounter
yeah.
or...
Freedom
know,
from
just
this
being-
miserable life. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what I thought was happening, but I wanted to confirm it with you, because you can read that another way, that there's a crazy monster out there stealing the power of djinns. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not what's happening. I'm pretty sure that this is a platonic ideal of the djinn giving you exactly what you asked for, and it not being quite what you expected.
It's not quite what you expected.
Yeah.
It's not quite what you wanted, but...
But he did give you what you asked for.
Yeah.
Oh, djinns, you're such dicks. We love you.
But
So,
here's
okay.
the thing, the guy doesn't seem unhappy
No, he doesn't.
or anything like that. He
Yeah,
just sort of
well-
looks... He's like, well, now I'm a cab driver.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought was going on, but I really enjoyed that. Okay. So, yeah, the really good scene. Very interesting. Can't wait to see where that goes. And then right at the end of the episode, Shadow Moon's wife is back. And I'm like, whew.
Surprise, motherfucker.
They did not... I mean, when the coin goes into the grave in the first episode, that's the only place it can be going.
Yeah.
But I did not expect it to pay off by episode 3. Yeah, by episode 3.
That's not the
boom.
payoff.
Well, no, not the payoff, but I'm saying I didn't expect it to come up again in the story so quickly, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, they didn't
Okay.
make us wait for it at all. It's not like one of those things where a thing gets set up and they make us wait 6 episodes even though we know it's obviously coming. They're like, no, we respect that you know what like our visual storytelling means. We all know the significance of the coin going in the grave, so we're not going to make you wait around forever for that to pay off. And I really liked that. And you're right that obviously there's a ton more to do with whatever this version of the character is that's come back and what's happening. But I don't know exactly how it's going to play out at all. I would hazard, I don't even want to hazard a guess. I'm just excited that they're not making us wait around for it. Because, like I said, at the end of the first episode, you know his wife's going to be back, but they're not making us wait till the end of the season for that to happen. They're like, no, she's back right now. You don't know what's going to happen next. Because if she didn't come back right away, I'd spend the whole season knowing what was going to happen soon and kind of being impatient for it. They're like, no, the thing you know is going to happen, here it is. What's next, jerks? And then, you know, like they're challenging us to be like to think that we're one step ahead of them when really they're a bunch of steps ahead of us.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It really is a fantastic series. I would say that it's comparable to, Hannibal.
well, I mean, I'm only 3 episodes in. I'm not going to go that far yet. I consider Hannibal to be one of the greatest things that's ever happened in the history of television. But I will agree with you that it's off to one hell of a start. Like, it is really off to one hell of a start. Yes! Nice shot!
Thank you.
Oh, that was great. I distracted them all with a rock, and I was about to start tagging them, but you had them anyway. It's great. All right, here we go. That guy sees me, so if you could... Yep, thank you.
I'm a little bit ahead on this one.
That was beautiful. You got this last guy, or do you need me to shoot him in the back? Nope,
Nope.
you had him. All right, you're good. All right. We're almost done with the artillery cruise. This is great. So yeah, now let's move on to show of shows, TV's Barry.
I don't know.
You
Maybe I'm
weren't into this episode the way I was.
maybe I'm just coming down off of
The amazingness of last week's.
pretty much like the
yeah.
awesome nonstop action of
Yeah.
22 minutes of taekwondo fighting.
Yeah. And first off, it's not 22. This isn't a network TV show. That was a full half hour of taekwondo and driving around and a girl who goes feral and just absolute madness for the whole thing. And what is funny, and isn't it weird that this is the second police press conference we've gotten in the show, and it is the second broadly comedic press conference.
It
Like,
is.
This is the second.
Just hey, look at this guy.
It's just like, and the fact that someone in the audience, like one of the reporters in the crowd, knows who Ronnie Proxon is. Is that Ronnie Proxon? Yes. It's like his wife had left him and had taken up with Ronnie, and then all of the audience is like, "Oh, okay, I understand what happened now."
I know exactly what's going on here. I mean, but last week had so many hooks because not only does
If you could shoot this guy
his
who's
daughter
in front of me, let me know, because I will kill the other guy once you've shot him. But anyway,
right?
not only does his daughter...
Not only does his daughter have both Barry and Fuchs's DNA,
Yeah.
so that's a huge hook.
Yep.
But you know,
Yeah, because the bloody knife's still out there somewhere.
exactly, and she bit
Off a
Fuchs.
piece of Fuchs's face. So yeah, if she ever comes out of her fugue state, this could be very bad for them. Now...
Like, there's so many hooks. There's that.
Yeah.
It was just an awesome scene. Well, everything about that episode was awesome. Then we get to this, and it's more... I feel like this was a plot-based episode in...
I mean,
more
it's
of a-
moving together the rest of the pieces for the last
it's a
3 episodes
maintenance
of the
episode,
season.
I would almost call it.
I don't know if it's just that, because I think a lot is going on with his, like, with Barry's story in the, like, his work as an actor. Like, I think you can't dismiss what he does as an actor this week. And I mean, whatever Emmys he's going to win this year, he deserves. Because you look at his performance in the first season as the world's worst actor, right? And then you watch what he does this week, where we could actually see that over the past, 6 months of living in LA, or however long it's been, he's actually improving. He's not as bad an actor as he was in the first season. He still doesn't have confidence, and he's still not great before he, gets there in this episode. But Bill Hader is actually managing to show you the growth of this man's talent as an actor.
Yeah.
And, I mean, just the idea that a great actor is showing us a guy who goes from the worst actor to gradually improving. That he can, flatten out his affect and then gradually let little bits of emoting back in to deepen Barry's performance. I'm like, this man is a magician when it comes to acting.
I'm pretty impressed in general.
Yeah.
By Bill Hader, but
yeah.
I mean,
okay, there's a guy directly under you? Is that happening? I think there's a guy directly under the building you're in. Yeah, like right under you. That's so weird. All right, I'm gonna just. Oh,
Where?
He's in the car. He's in the truck. He was just sitting in a truck with the engine idling.
Interesting.
Oh, that's so weird. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go search the guy's body, and then we'll move on to the next section.
Well,
You'll be able to relocate. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
We still got one tower to go. It's just the tower's the one that's blocked by 3 guys, and I figure we'll go after that one once you can relocate. So you can get an angle on those 3 guys because they're really dug in. I don't have an easy way to approach and get them. But I figure you can snipe them from a distance after you can relocate. But yeah, you were saying that Bill Hader just, as a magician actor,
yeah,
he's doing great work.
He's doing fantastic work. It's more a matter of... Oh, got one. And there were 4 guys, by the way.
Oh my god. I missed one of them when I was tagging. Sorry. It's more a matter of what?
It's more a matter of he's expanding, his breakdown at the end of the episode with during the scene isn't a matter of him acting. That's just genuine emotion.
Exactly. He's tuning into a thing that is what the guy's method is. You say that isn't acting, but that is the method that he's being taught.
No, he literally choked a bitch and then
he didn't.
"Oh, I'm really."
That's the thing.
I'm really
He didn't actually choke her because, as you see, she's fine at the end of the scene. He's worried that he choked her. He didn't, and that's the thing. It's a real performance. He didn't get completely lost in it. The way they film it, and this is the director doing a great job, and all the performers doing a great job, is we're seeing it the way the audience is seeing it. It looks like, and because we've come to expect from Barry, it looks like a legit choking. And for a moment, when she's kneeling on the ground coughing, you're like, oh my god, he actually choked her. Yeah. And then she gets back up and she's fine. He didn't actually choke her. It was a great performance. And it was the first.
We open safes, by the way.
Can you not open the safe? Oh, only I can open the safe because I'm the commando. So only I can open the safe.
Okay, let me murderize some motherfuckers. You go over to the safes.
All right. I assume the safe is upstairs?
Mid, sort of.
Okay. I will go look for that safe to get the intelligence. Oh, yeah, I think I found it. Nope, wait. You know what? Just come back and lead me to the safe. I'm sorry about this, but I'm just... Oh, no, got it. Forget it. I got it. Done and done. I wish they would put the safes on the map, because it's a sub-objective. So it's like, put the sub-objectives on the map, guys. But yeah, no. It was Barry's first really good performance. He didn't actually choke her. He got too into it emotionally. I think you're right, that it's he went to a place he wasn't comfortable getting, but he's constantly being told by Gene and by his girlfriend, that like that's what you need to do to get a great performance. And I think you're right that him needing to go to these horrible places to get these performances is going to send him down a dark alley that's not going to be good for anybody. But it's like, this was Barry's first really good moment as an actor. Like, he actually delivered the performance everyone needed him to deliver for the first time. And that's why it was so powerful to watch. Oh, you're right. Okay, you're right. The second time. I'm forgetting
I did love the part with NoHo Hank, though, especially, where he's like, okay, well, here's a Chechen commando badge.
Yeah. Oh.
He's like, this means you're one of us. I don't owe you anything.
I know.
You can go your own way, and...
The moment when Hank tries to ask Barry if they can still hang out, and he gets interrupted, it's like, you're so sad for Hank. Oh, because he's like,
this
he's
is why
doing
I keep saying that Hank won't die.
No, this week I'm like, I don't think Hank can die, but Fuchs is definitely going out.
Fuchs is going out one way or the other.
One way or the other, Fuchs is going out this year. I swear to God, I was wrong about Hank. I was 100%, and I'll cop to that. Fuchs, after he spent this episode searching for the car in Janice's body, yeah, Fuchs is going out this year. Like, oh, this is done. And God, again, it's a great moment, right? Because last week we had this beautiful thing where the whole time Fuchs has been this faintly ridiculous figure. Like, in many ways so buffoonish. And how great was his scenes with the Chechen mob boss last year. Because it perfectly this balance of him as this schemer who's always playing an angle and always in a little over his head. And there's something charming about it until you think about what it does to Barry, right?
Yeah.
Once you think about what it actually does to Barry, well, it's not so charming anymore. He really is a monster. And then last week, we saw him through Barry's eyes for the first time as this terrifying figure, right? We did it! Woo! We have to find an official German radio codes. While you snipe from the central tower, from the central fort, I assume?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Right? And so this week, you have both of that because you have him, like, demanding, like, thinking that because he and Barry just went through this thing together, that means that Barry's back on board. And Barry wants a piece of the heroin trade. And Barry, like, he's going to go back to killing people for him. And, whoa, you just shot 2 people simultaneously.
Yep.
That was amazing. But anyway, and then, of course, Barry doesn't want any of that, right? Barry just wants out. And then you get this, and you get the brilliant thing, if you get this moment of him saying, we'll see about that. Right? You get this we'll see about that moment, and then you get him going into the woods and being like, oh my God, he's going to figure out what Barry did, because Barry confessed enough for him to figure it out.
Yeah.
Right? Right? I'm going to track him down, and then you get his pathetic wandering through the woods. For most of the episode.
He's supposed to be a Vietnam vet, right?
Yeah, he is. And he's just, whatever he had, he's lost.
If he had anything at all.
Exactly.
Like, I wouldn't
if
be...
he ever had anything to begin with.
Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if he was the guy who was, like, running the typewriter on some fob or something.
Yeah, and you're right, because as you said, I mean, if he was in heroin way back then, he could just be a clerk. Like, you wanted to move heroin out of Vietnam in body bags? You needed the help of a lot of shipping clerks.
Yep.
Like, how do you think that got done? It wasn't, special forces guys getting that done. It was transportation clerks getting that done. So, that can factor in. That could be a big part of it. But he's like, he could have just been that guy. Because as you say, once he's out in the wilderness, the guy's at sea. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's kind of amazing. I mean, it's very funny to watch. But also you're like, oh, is he really a threat to Barry? And then we get to the end of the episode, and yeah, he's a threat to Barry.
He's always been a threat to Barry, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well,
I feel that Fuchs does have some hidden steel in him, but at the same time, After the
Yeah.
scene where Barry's just like, hey, you wore a fucking wire.
Yeah. Oh, God. The moment when Fuchs tries to talk his way out of that,
Yeah.
and he's like, I can just, and he still thinks he can talk this way out of it. I saw you wearing a wire. I can't ever trust you again. I can't work with you. You tried to save your own ass at my expense. And he did, and there's no way Fuchs can get out of it, but he still tries, because of course he tries. Just, yeah, and it's like one of those things that this is a thing that's impossible to talk your way out of. But he can't stop from trying to talk his way out of it. He's a great character.
He is.
He's been
As
manipulating
contemptible
Barry
as
for
he
so.
is.
Oh God, no! He's a contemptible scumbag. You have no sympathy for him. Like even at his most pathetic, you don't really have sympathy for him because he's always just making everything worse for everyone. But it's like he really does have nothing in his life but Barry, and that is something I want to know more about before the character definitely gets killed off at the end of the season.
But like my
what is it
prediction
about their-
for
yeah, please.
my prediction for season 3 is Barry starts wearing that pin in public.
Oh, damn.
Right. Because he's definitely going to risk, like, he's going to rescue NoHo Hank.
Oh, he has to. He has to rescue Hank. Like, Hank, as you pointed out so eloquently when you said why they can't get rid of Hank, it is his only, purely positive relationship. We got a tank coming in on the right. If you could blow that. Sorry, a
Not
truck coming
really.
in on the right.
It's actually a truck.
You've got it?
Yep.
I thought it was a tank, but yeah, it's just they're surrounding me is why I ask.
Well,
And
I
yeah.
killed 2 of them.
Bravo.
More than that.
That was a giant explosion. Nice work. I don't know how you managed that, but bravo. Yeah, I had a Panzerschreck, so had I known it was a truck, I would have just gone after it. But I thought it was a tank, and so I hid. And then there was a bunch of guys in it. But yeah, like...
One come in.
I think you're... I see him.
Yep.
God damn it. Oh, this is terrible. I don't know how I'm still alive, but I am. Just gonna heal up and finish this guy off.
Okay.
But I think you're right. Like, it's the only positive, like, fully... how do I put this?
Hank's been trying to force Barry to work with him and force him to like him.
Yeah, but at the same time, he has been trying to force him to... But it's like, I think he understands Barry, in a way. Like, he understands aspects of Barry that, of course, no one else can. Because the thing is, like... Hank is so needy on one level, but at the same time, apart from forcing Hank to forcing Barry to like him and forcing Barry to work with him, he genuinely just likes Barry. Like he really does.
Absolutely.
And I think that is a positive thing that's going to help suck Barry back in, and that's why I need to know more about how Fuchs really feels about Barry, because, and this is going to sound crazy. Like, when it comes right down to it, and if I'm misreading the situation, fine. But when it comes right down to it, I feel like Hank might not screw over Barry for himself. In
Oh,
the way that
absolutely
Fuchs did.
not. Because
I don't think he would.
no, he sits there and he goes, "Listen, you know,
We're even. And
We're
that's the
even.
thing. And it's like, he could try, like, because look at Fuchs. They should have been even, you know? Like, Fuchs screwed him over, but then they got out of the Loach and Ronnie situation. That is a logical place to call it quits, but he immediately starts manipulating him again. Like,
Exactly.
immediately. Whereas Hank, they do a whole funny ceremony, and he does the medal presentation, all that, but fundamentally, is like, he can let Barry go. Right?
well, he's
And that
letting
shows
Barry
that he
go,
really
and he's
cares.
basically saying, like, he's trying to celebrate Barry. He doesn't
Yeah.
quite know how, because,
No. He's,
let's be honest, the moving parts aren't quite working.
It's so true. We love
Right.
him, but that's so true. Wait, 3, 2, 1.
Good
Ah.
hit!
Yes!
Flash.
That was nice. There's gonna be more. But anyway, you were saying?
I see it sort of as, remember when Hank's like, "Oh no, you're the absolute most evil
You're the
person."
person I know, right? Do I not tell you that enough?
Exactly. It's not
Oh,
from a place of malice. It's just from
yeah. Like he wants to support Barry, but like you say, the pieces aren't all there, so he doesn't know what Barry like. He can't understand what Barry wants because he only sees one facet of Barry, and he sees that Barry is great at what he does, so he can't internalize the idea that Barry doesn't want to be what he's best at.
yeah.
Yeah. That, like, Barry is being, that Barry was being killed by being good at killing people. Like, it was eating Barry away from the inside. And as he said, like, he was depressed and he was ready to go out. He was ready to kill himself when Fuchs got him a job killing bad people, right, for money.
Yeah.
Right? And he was ready to kill himself pre that first episode. And when we meet him in the first episode, he's ready to kill himself again. After a couple of years of doing this with Fuchs, he's ready to kill himself again. And it's only finding acting that pulls him out of it and the hope to go past. And you got this weird situation where there's so much manipulation in the way Fuchs keeps him working. But, like, there's an honesty to Hank's love for Barry and his appreciation of Barry that's like, Hank's not manipulating Barry. Like, he does want Barry to do stuff that's probably not good for Barry, but he's not manipulating him, he's not screwing with him, he's just like, no, I'm straight up with you all the time. And he's straight up with him all the time.
Well, then the fact that, like, in his own twisted way, Hank is making the effort to try and, ensure Barry's mental health.
Yeah, well, I mean, and as you point out, like, the key thing is he does have the ceremony, and he does say we're quits. Here's a medal, like, and the here's a medal thing that goes back to, well, he's a military guy. You did something good. Here's a medal. We appreciate, the stuff you the questionable stuff, the stuff if you removed all context from what a soldier does and you just describe the actions, people would find it shady and questionable. I need you to go to another country and shoot a person. That's a shady, questionable thing. Well, here's the context. You're serving your country and here's a medal for doing it. Oh, okay. Well, we provided context where that becomes a moral action. And that's kind of what Hank is doing, but it's not sleazy and it's not manipulative. It's just like he's being respectful and he's valuing Barry.
I think the word
in a way
is
that Barry
genuine.
hasn't been
He's being
genuine.
very...
Yes, thank you. He's being completely genuine in a way that Fuchs isn't. Like, he is giving Barry... Because that's the thing. You're killing bad people, Barry, but then the one person we hear about him killing is a liquor distributor from Ohio or whatever. Like, how bad could that guy have been? And in the first episode of season 2, who's this schlubby guy who needs blackmail information from a safe? This does not seem like, like there's two scumbags squatting in an apartment and a schlubby businessman needs blackmail information from a safe. Like, whatever the story that was behind that job, it is not a story of, like, drama. It's not like a story of a heroic drama and a mob war. This is not Red Harvest. This isn't even Blood Simple.
Yeah, this is just...
It's just bleak, sordid crap.
Yeah.
And that's what Barry's life was.
This is like the whole Stormy Daniels thing. Oh,
yes.
I'm entirely out of ammunition. That's not.
Oh no! Can you resupply?
I'm looking.
All right, I will try to shoot a guy for you. You guys still get a machine gun, right? Because the guy's rushing up the tower towards you.
I got a pistol.
That'll do. And that, in fact, did. It's just I'm down to 2 bullets in my submachine gun and 3 bullets in my pistol. Yeah, they've really drained us here. But you're right, like, it's sordid. is the word I think we're scrounging around for. This whole,
Yeah.
like, his whole life has been sordid. And the weird part is, he has stumbled into the world of Hank, right? Which actually is kind of the, okay, this guy's coming for you. I'm going to try and run up behind him. Because he's got no idea where I am.
Trying to
I
crank
think
off
I got
shots with my
Wait.
Wheatley at him. There, got him.
I got my guy.
Oh well, there's another guy.
Oh, finally. Is there any more dudes? Oh, yeah, there he is. What?
I got dead because apparently using a 6-shot
Damn.
revolver against a dude with a submachine gun.
I hate to tell you this, that was literally the last guy in the game.
Oh, come
It was
on!
literally the last guy. Oh, that's terrible. That was literally the last guy.
Where's my ammo? I'm down to 9 rounds.
Yeah, they created our autosave at a really weird place. I guess it's where we had already taken out the first wave or two of guys. Because I'm out of bullets too. Like, literally no bullets. For my submachine gun. Damn.
I got 9 bullets for my rifle.
Okay. Well, I just shot someone with my Luger. That's how bad the situation is for me.
I was shooting with my Webley for
Yeah,
some
Webley's a
time.
badass pistol, so. But
Yeah.
I do understand why you should not have to resort to that. It is a badass
8.
pistol, though. Nice. All right, this is about to be fun.
7.
Okay.
You got exploded real good.
Well, what happened was the game decided that even though I'm a tall person aiming down, I was firing into the my Panzerschreck into the sandbag in front of me, not over it into the guy standing on the street. I think that's the game cheating us, but who am I to judge?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird because with his relationship with Hank, oh look, there's ammo carts over here on the side of the far side of the oh god, I'm looking for the word courtyard. So if you stay on the little, barrier wall around the courtyard, there's like 2 different ammo carts, so we should have be able to get plenty of ammo.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah. There's bullets here. Oh, and health. Thank you, game. And Panzerschreck rounds. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm set. I'm set. You're gonna be set too.
Anyways,
But yeah, I think that's the key thing, right? Is that he has with his relationship with Hank and this Chechen mob, he's stumbled into what Fuchs wanted to be doing all along, right? The kind of work Fuchs wanted to be doing this whole time, like this mob work. And well, is there any wonder Fuchs is so desperate to keep this connection going? So it's like, this is the big time he's always wanted to be a part of, but he's always been at the, like, pathetic fringes of it. So it's like, of course this guy's desperate to keep Barry under his thumb and keep Barry in this world. Like, this is the real world of organized crime. This isn't stabbing a liquor distributor in the balls in Minneapolis or wherever.
yeah,
You know?
and it's not, like, I just remember the cold open of the second season, where it's like,
oh god, that scene, that amazing scene, where just like a guy blasting people with a shotgun and failing to open a safe. Oh, that scene that just goes on and on and on.
it's
Yeah.
so good.
Oh, such a good scene. Yeah. But yeah, that's like there's this pathetic, sordid nature to the world that Fuchs is a part of. Right? And now Barry has this inroad into the real world of organized crime. And of course Fuchs is going to do whatever it takes to stay a part of that. And to make sure Barry doesn't leave it either. So yeah, like you put all that together, you totally get where this guy is coming from, and you see how terribly dangerous that is for Barry. So yeah, I think it's going to be an amazing... Oh, is that a tank?
Yep.
There's a tank. I was not ready for a tank. Just, I don't mind admitting. I'm going to go look for some more Panzerschreck rounds, and you keep out of the tank's line of sight while I do that. I'm going to be searching some corpses. Are you out of the tank? Please tell me you're out of the tank's line of sight.
Oh yeah, I'm safely inside of a building.
Okay, good.
Cowering.
Because you're not allowed to leave you're not allowed to leave this building, right? So I have to go and search behind. Okay, I got 3 Panzerschreck rounds. We're fine. We're gonna need to do that thing where you get up on a tower and distract the tank, and then I shoot it with the Panzerschreck. So I'll let you know when I'm in position. Yeah. I cannot wait to see. So starting this week, open conflict between Barry and Fuchs. That's just happening this week.
And Cristobal.
And Cristobal. Well,
I was shocked by his betrayal of Hank.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you kind of understand what Cristobal's saying, which is they're all making good money. You know? They're all making good money, and and it's like, Hank, you shouldn't let your personal feelings get involved in business. Because Hank does that all the time. I mean, he called Barry to warn him. Hank lets his personal feelings get involved here. And he loves Cristobal too. So he lets his feelings of jealousy decide his actions for him, and now he's gotten in trouble again. Betrayed by the accordion player.
I think, yeah, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good. But I think the interesting thing is, I mean, I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen, but we are in a position where Barry, maybe it's not going to be this literal and this open, but it looks like Barry is going to have to be put in between something saving Hank's. I mean, maybe they're not going to be this obvious, but the piece has been put in place that he's going to have to choose between doing something to keep Hank alive and going to an agent showcase of this piece.
Yeah.
To both further his own career and massively help his girlfriend's career. It seems like that is the conflict that they are setting up.
But we both know the outcome to that.
Oh, of course. Yeah. No. Absolutely. And I can't wait to see it play out. All right, so I have tagged the tank.
Yep,
so now
I can see it roaming around.
Up on it. All right, so it's coming back this way. I'm going to get behind a wall. When it gets close to me, if you would
crank off a few
distract it with
rounds.
the shot. Yeah, and then once its barrel swings around, I just want to wait until I have a line of sight on it. It's kind of sitting in a corner somewhere?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll try and get a little closer then. Whoa! Did it just shoot at you?
Yep.
Alright, get your head down. I'm going to sneak up while it's shooting at you.
It's moving towards you, so watch out.
I see it. I'm behind a wall. Don't worry about it. Whoa. That was scary. Alright, ready? Boom! Stop dead. If you can keep that barrel aiming at you, I will feed another shot into it. Did you blow it up? Oh, you hit the gas tank after I stopped it.
Yep.
Beautiful. There's somebody else left to kill?
Jesus Christ.
How is there... We just blew up a tank. How is there somebody else left to kill? Alright, let's do it. Oh my god. So yeah, but yeah, I see that conflict coming. I think it's going to be very interesting because, you know, Barry, like Barry was obviously X amount of time away from getting representation, and yeah, there was a whole bunch of guys right there. I'm so sorry, but they've saved us after the tank, right? They've obviously saved us after the tank. Oh, they haven't?
They have not.
We're stopping then.
Yeah. Okay, so final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Yeah, I see why you look at this episode just as table setting, but I really found their performance affecting. Like, I thought it was a really good... The two characters in that scene, I think the window it gives you into her relationship is fascinating. I think the way she's beginning to see herself more clearly is really interesting. And I think just as a fan of the show and as a fan of the character, it's great seeing Barry do a good job in acting finally.
Finally, yeah.
1.5 seasons, he finally did a really good job just as an actor. Like, not because for the first time, the only time we've seen flares of charisma and value, it's because he's been telling his own life story. Now, he was acting and he was doing great. And I loved watching that, and I think I'm excited to see where that goes going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Hopefully, next week it's going to be great. Do you have a quiz for people for American Gods?
Huh. Name 4 gods we haven't seen yet.
Oh, who are in the book?
Who are in the book, yes.
Okay, 4 gods we haven't seen yet as of episode 3. Okay, so that should be good. All right, I think we're going to wrap this up here. You can join us back here next week if you're going to watch it with us. Watch along with us. We're watching the next episode of Barry, which is, I believe, Barry 208. Because we just watched 207, I'm pretty sure. You can check that. Whichever one is Ronnie Lily, we're in the next episode. So if that was 206, we're in 207. If that was 205, we just watched 206. But the point is, we're watching the new episode of Barry from the 12th of May. Like the one that airs on the 12th of May, 2019. And then we're going to be watching episodes 4 and 5 of American Gods. So we'll be back here next week for that. And we're probably going to be playing The Division, as I understand it.
Well, yes. I'm sure that we could both use a solid cover shooter, right?
Yeah, after this has been going so fantastically. So yeah, we'll be back for that. Is there anything you want to remind people to watch?
Upgrade.
Oh yeah,
Quite
Upgrade.
good.
Quite a good movie, and it's available on a bunch of streaming services now, so you won't have any trouble finding it. All right, so we'll see you back here for more. But until then, I'm going to say au revoir.
Thug life.